Please wait 2 minutes, all of you. Please switch on your mics. Okay. Somebody, they have not switched on their mics, audio. You may not able to get my voice. Amulya, you can mute your audio. I'm just saying someone, not even they have not started their audio. Yeah. Within 2 minutes, I'll start session. Please wait, all of you. Just 2 minutes. Now, so let's start today's session. So in the last session, we discussed about just the basics of Python. Okay. So those who are new to this session, so actually this session is completely Python full stack development. And the last two sessions were completely just last week, Thursday, Friday, I took 2 sessions actually. The 2 sessions, just very basics and theoretical part we discussed. And those who are new to this session, I strongly recommend to watch my 2 videos of previous sessions. In the chat box, I'm placing the link actually. This is YouTube link. This is my 2 session playlist video link. You can watch it after completion of session. And first 1 and 2 sessions, a link I'm providing here in chat box. You can collect it. I'm pasting that link into chat box here. Now you can see I posted the link, YouTube link. You can use this link. And later, after completion of this session, you can watch my 2 session videos so that you will get clarity here. Okay. So this is the 3rd session. And even basics only we completed in the last 2 sessions. And even I have not started any programming part. And today only I'm going to start a programming part clearly. So I'm asking once again, those who are new to this session, you can watch the 2 videos which is available on YouTube. So I have posted that link in chat box. I hope you received all. You can collect it and later you can able to watch the videos. And this is the third session. In this session, I'm going to show you clearly how to make setup of Python and how many different ways to write Python script and execute we'll discuss. And now you can see this is Python full stack development. Just within 2 minutes, I'll explain for new students what subjects I'm going to handle in this Python full stack development course. Complete Python subject programming language, core and advanced, and Django framework, Flask framework, and REST API, Django REST framework, and including UI basics like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap, and MySQL and SQLite 3. These subjects I'm going to cover in this Python full stack development course. As I said in my previous sessions, this time duration of this Python full stack development course is 4 months. 4 months complete full stack development. And if you want to join only for Python core and advanced, you can also join with Python only core and advanced. And duration of this course is minimum 45 days to 55 days it will take to complete only Python. So once I complete Python, then later we'll focus on Django, Flask, REST framework, all these things. Because without Python, we can't go for any one of these subjects. Python is must. Okay. Now coming to this, in the basic sessions, we completed like versions, okay, application area of Python, and what are the basic features of Python, and which editors are required to use in Python. So these are the basic information I have already in my previous lectures. The 2 videos link already posted in chat box. You can collect it, that link, and you can watch it later when we get free time after this session. And today what I'll try to do, I'll show you how to download and install Python software, and also what editor we are going to use in our upcoming sessions for Python full stack development. Also, I'll introduce you. And actually, there are so many editors are there. Editor means just where we can write Python script and execute. That is called editor actually. Editors of Python. What are the editors are there and how to work with them? So we'll see this. There are so many editors are there, but proper Python editors are there, like IDLE, Integrated Development Learning Environment, PyCharm editor, Jupyter, Spider, Atom, even Notepad, Notepad++, Edit+, VS Code, Notepad, what we can say, NetBeans also we can use, Eclipse also you can use. A lot of editor tools are there. But here we are going to use in our session completely PyCharm professional editor only. Okay, PyCharm, I recommend PyCharm. And you can use any editor as per your comfort, but I strongly recommend PyCharm editor because it will be good, and even as a beginner of Python, so easily we can able to write Python script and understand the syntaxes and execute. This is possible with PyCharm editor. And even we can use normal plain text editors also like Notepad, Notepad++. But the problem with Notepad, Notepad++ means while writing Python script, there is no IntelliSense options will come. And if you know already Python script and syntactical rules and regulations, it will be better to write code in Notepad also, no problem. But better option is in the initial stage of Python practice. So PyCharm is the best editor, what I can say that. And if you want to go for a second option like Visual Studio Code is the best option here. There are so many editors out there. What editor you want, you can use it. Editor is nothing but just a platform where we can write and write code and execute the code like this one. These are the editors of Python. Now coming to this, I'm going to show you today what are the different ways to write Python script and execute. Okay, so different ways to write Python script and execute. From here onwards, I'm starting programming part. Last 2 lectures that are completely just information, theoretical part I discussed. And today onwards, our programming part will start. Different ways to write Python code and execute. What are the options are there? You can see this. And which option through I'm going to explain all upcoming session topics also, you will come to know that in this session. So first option number 1, using interactive window, using interactive window, interactive mode. Next, using script mode. Using what's a script mode. Next, using Python IDLE, Integrated Development Learning Environment. So when we download and install Python software, by default, you will get an editor tool that is called Integrated Development Learning Environment. And final option is continuously I'm going to use this editor only, that is called using PyCharm editor. These are the basic ways to write Python code and execute. First one is interactive window. Second, script mode using Python IDLE and using PyCharm editor. Option number one, interactive window. But strictly remember, no matter what option you are going to select, but before that you have to check in your computer Python software is there or not. No matter what editor you are going to use, compulsory Python software you must and should download and install. You know that how to download and install Python software in the last session we discussed clearly. Only Python I have installed, not PyCharm. So official website of Python is python.org. You have to visit this link. So let's go to open Google search engine, then open, you can type simply download Python. You can type it download Python, or else directly you can visit www.python.org. Now coming to this is the official website, download Python. And once you click on this download Python 3.10.6, this is the latest version, hit this. And immediately you will be able to get .exe file of Python 3.10.6. Python 3.10.6. This is Python executable file downloaded. And you know that in my previous lecture, I clearly explained Python is completely open source and no need to do any license for installation. And Python will support all operating system. This is completely cross-platform or platform independent. So once you get download file like Python 3.10.6, you simply go to downloadable file, and now you can see downloads and Python 3.10.6. Double click on it and look at here in my computer already I have installed. So again, if you want to install, you can click on run it, but it will show you clearly three options. What are the options? Modify, repair, uninstall. Why? Because already I have installed in the last session. Okay, so that's what it's asking, modify, repair, and install. I don't want to do it anything. Let me cancel it. So if you want to install, you can install it clearly. So installation steps was clearly there in my last video. That is very basic installation step. But sir, if you want to check the versions of Python, we were in your computer already Python software is there or not, if you want to check, simply go to command prompt. You can visit command prompt, go to search and type cmd and press enter. After that, you can type simple command like Python space ---- version. So do you want to know that in your computer Python already installed? If installed, then what version was there? If you want to check, then you can go for Python space ---- version. So what is the version? 3.10.6 is the latest version is there. So already I have included in my previous lecture. Okay, so this is installation process. So if you want uninstall, you can uninstall it, and I can show you installation process again also if it is required. Okay, in our upcoming session, show me sir installation and install means I will tell you, no problem. But yes, last session only I have installed. In my second video lecture, you can find that how to installation process of Python also, that you can check it. It's not a big deal. Okay, even that video lectures also, once your enrollment process is complete, I will send to your Google Drive only. Every day session is going to be recorded. That same session recorded video I'll send to you along with complete PDF. Okay, yes. So right now Python is ready. So once Python is ready, you can start writing your program. So how to start write your program? There are different ways. Interactive mode. So what is interactive mode, sir? Here? In this mode, as a programmer, you should keep on interact the window which is available, like Python IDLE window. So observe carefully, Python IDLE window is available and it will be provide interactive mode only. By default, whenever we try to install Python software, and you will get default editor, no, that default editor name is called sir IDLE, Integrated Development Learning Environment. Default editor is there. That default editor as soon as when we open for the first time, you will be able to see interactive mode only. Let's open default editor. So go to search, simply type IDLE. IDLE stands for Integrated Development Learning Environment. You can click on this. Once you click on this, you'll be able to see this interactive shell only. This is completely interactive shell, sir. Python IDLE interactive shell. In this interactive window, look at here, there are some basic commands are there. Help. If you want to get help from any object in Python, then we can use help command. To write copyright information, you can use this copyright command. Or credits or license information you want, you can use this command. For example, I'm trying to write copyright here. Once I hit this copyright, you got copyright information clearly. And license information, if you want to read, then you can read license information also. Okay, license information. So history of Python and complete license, you can able to get this like. So let me re-enter this. Let me close this. Even if you want, you can quit also, but let me re-enter this. Ideally. So now we can see it is opening what? Ideally interactive shell it is. Here you can type your Python code. Type your Python code. Here what code? Suppose I want to say, hello Durga Soft. This is my script. Press enter. You got the output clearly, hello Durga Soft. Actually, we can also use print function, but print function is not required here, especially in interactive window, because by default it will take print only. In case other than this interactive window, any other editor is there, then you can able to use print function. Okay, so print welcome to Durga Soft, this is also valid. So here print function is optional, not compulsory. Let's say that variable declaration, so a value 10. And if you want to print a, you can use a only, or else you can use print a also, no problem. Both are working fine. A will work, or else you can use print a also will work. And as per my previous lecture, while declaring variable in Python programming, you need not to specify any data type like int a equals to 10. This will give syntax error, sir, because it's a dynamically typed programming language. Python is completely dynamically typed programming language. Dynamic means runtime. During the program execution, automatically, based on the value, data type will decide for your variable a. But here we should not give any integer type. So now you can see integer not possible, float not possible, like data type declaration you should not give. So you can give only simply a value 10 and you can print a. If you want to know what type of a it is, you can use type function, type of a, that is integer type. So type of a is what type? Actually integer type, clearly. This is integer type of a. And for example, my value is 45.6. What type of a it is? Float type. So this is float type only. So data type will decide by default in Python internally based on the value, what value you are providing to your variable only. A equals to 45.6 means float type only here. So this is what actually interactive window. You should keep on interactive with this window by typing your code, and your code is going to be grows larger and larger. Like that, you can able to type the code, you can able to check the code here. So this style of coding also is possible. But here we are not going to save this completely. If you want to save this file, you can able to click on file. Now you can see click on save it also, no problem. Okay, but whenever you want to open this, you can open it. Again, you can able to write like this only. For example, I want to write my file, complete code here into desktop. Any file name I'm giving like test.py. Here .py is compulsory required, save it. In desktop, I saved this interactive shell window code. Let's close this. Now you can see here it is opening now. If you want to open this in interactive window, then you can go to here, simply double click on it. But here actually this PyCharm file is available. If you want to open this into ideally, open with, so Python on again. So it is going to be open. Sorry, it is, let's go to ideally software. We have to open like this, ideally. And where is your file is there? You can click on file menu, open it. And in desktop, I have already saved my file name like test.py, this file, open it. Again, it is going to be open. Here you can continue your program. So this is simple, no? Okay. So you can able to save it and run it also. This is interactive window completely, but it is not proper separate file. Entire the program is available in one location only, but you cannot able to create separate file and save them it like this only. You can do it, but every time interactive window through only we have to write the code. This is one option which is having. Option number 2 is there, sir. What is this? Script mode. Script mode in the sense you can write your script in any editor like Notepad, Word, Notepad, Edit Plus, NetBeans like that, and make sure that you have to save with a .py extension. Your file name should save with what .py? .py extension. .py indicates .python file only. So you must and should save your file with the .py extension. And later, if you want to execute that file, you can execute it by using IDLE or any other editors also you can execute. So option number 2, I'm explaining, sir, using script mode only. So how to write your script, Python script. So let's open Notepad. Notepad is also one of the plain text editor. Here I'm opening Notepad. Here I want to write my Python script. Just one simple print function I'm using. So I'm writing welcome to Durga Soft Python full stack development course. Development course I'm writing. This is my script. This is only simple print function is there. Welcome to Durga Soft Python full stack development course. So is this Python file right now? No, it's not a Python file. So when it will become a Python file, click on file menu and click on save it. And you have to give the file name with a .py extension. I'm saving my file on desktop, and you can choose any location as per your requirement. I'm giving my file name is sample.py. Make sure that py is mandatory here. Py makes Python file, that is. And click on save it. And after that, you can close this Notepad editor. Now you can see here, sample.py file is there or not? Yes. But sir, why it is not looking Python logos or it is? Why? Because already in my computer, PyCharm professional, PyCharm editor is there. That's why it's looking PC for PyCharm. You can see this PyCharm community. Let it be uninstall PyCharm. Anyway, I have to show you today PyCharm editor how to set up also. Let's quickly uninstall PyCharm editor. So I'm uninstalling PyCharm editor, which is already available in my computer. So today I'll download PyCharm editor and I will show you how to install it so that you will also get clarity, because from now onwards I'm going to use keep on like PyCharm editor only. You must and should aware how to download PyCharm editor and install it. So that's the reason I'm trying to do uninstall this PyCharm community edition from my computer right now. So I'll show you how to download this PyCharm community edition and install. Okay, let it be installed. Meanwhile, okay, let's go and check out my program here, which is available in my desktop. So in my desktop, sample.py is there, sir, which I included here. So sample.py is a script file. This script file I want to execute. To execute this script already, which is available on desktop, there are two options are there. One is option number 1. You can run this script file sample.py already available file using command prompt, or you can run this script file sample.py file using IDLE software also you can run it. Both the ways it is possible. Let's try to both the ways try to execute this sample.py file. First, I'm going to use command prompt. Normal Windows operating system command prompt it is. Go to search and type cmd, and you can, or else go to search and run. And here also you can do cmd. After that, automatically you will be able to move cmd command prompt. But your file is present in where, sir? On desktop. So you have to move first of all desktop location. How to move desktop location? Simple. cd space desktop. cd space desktop. For just clear visibility purpose, directly I'm going to command prompt. Now you can see it is looking clear visibility. Now I'm trying to move to desktop, cd space desktop. Change the directory it is. Because my file is present on desktop, that's what I'm moving my directory into desktop. Once after moving into desktop, you have to execute the Python file. So you have to pass the command simply like Python space. Your file name is what? Sample.py. is required. Python is a command because that indicates that you are going to execute Python program. Space sample is your file name. .py is an extension. Hit the enter button. Now you can see we got the output what we have written in Notepad script Python code. Welcome to Durgasoft Python full stack development course. Or else you have another option, py space sample.py. This is also possible, sir. Even if you don't want to write every time Python, then you can simply write sample.py, py space sample.py. Py indicates Python. So same logic it will work. So this is what script mode. That means what? You should be ready with your Python script. Already I have written Python script in my notepad, so I have saved it with the .py extension sample.py on desktop. This is I have executed by using command prompt. There is one more option is there. This file, if you want to execute through ideally, you can go through ideally also. Already ideally software is there. Ideally, click on this ideally. Now you can see again you will be able to see this interactive shell. This is interactive window. But I don't want to write any code in this interactive window because already I have file with me that I want to open it. So how to open it? Already available file in interactive shell, file menu, open, simple, open. After that open, you can choose the file location, desktop, and you can just scroll down. Your file is available what? Sample.py, open it. What we have written already, it available in this editor. So once if you want to check this code, you can check it. After that checking completion, if you want to execute this, simply go to run menu and hit this run module, that is F5. So you can press F5 key from your keyboard. You can see hit this run module. Module means every .py file act as one module in Python. So I'll talk about modules later in our upcoming session. Now you can say welcome to Python, welcome to Durgasoft Python full stack development course. It's coming on now. Yes. So this is the way to run your Python script by using interactive window and by using script mode. There are two options are there. Either you can load that into command prompt or you can load that into ideally software. So I don't need to go to interactive window or script window directly. Why don't we go for ideally software? And there only, why don't we create a new file instead of preparing code in Notepad? Yes, we can do it directly. Ideally, you can visit. There only you can prepare a new file and write your code how much you want and save with the .py extension happily. So this is also possible using Python ideally directly. Let's go for third option. Option number 3. Directly you can visit ideally software, ideally, and click on this Python ideally. In this ideally, as soon as when we open for the first time ideally, you will be able to see interactive window only. So, but I need to create a new file. I don't want to write code in interactive window. So go to file menu, click on new file, simple. Go to file menu, click on new file. It will ask you to type your code here, how much code you want, you can type. Just I'm taking simple arithmetic expressions, a value 10, b value 20, c equals to a plus b, and I want to print the output. Just observe here one thing. In Notepad or in Python ideally or interactive shell, whatever you are trying to type, any IntelliSense is coming, no IntelliSense is coming. What is IntelliSense means? I will tell you. IntelliSense means whenever as a programmer, when we type something, automatically it has to be captured and it will provide some guidelines, whether you are doing correct or not. If you are trying to, if you are attempting to write some method, that method name will come in the window automatically. So that is called IntelliTrace or IntelliSense. That IntelliSense option not available using ideally, using interactive mode, using Notepad. But that IntelliSense options are available in PyCharm editor, even then Visual Studio Code also. That editors will provide proper IntelliSense. So as a beginner, as a new to Python programming, so better to use in the initial stage of practice proper editor so that it will be more clear and more understandable, no confuse. But if you use these basic editors, again, you will be get confused. Even you cannot able to find out any mistakes or syntactical errors while writing the program. So after executing only, you will come to know that what mistakes you did in your program in this case. But in PyCharm editor or Visual Studio Code editor, while writing program itself, that will show you clearly syntax errors or any some something went wrong, that message will display clearly. You can identify easily over there. That's what I strongly recommend proper editor at beginner level of programming. Once you got an idea how to write Python script and execute syntactical things, everything if you know, then no matter what editor you are going to choose later, that is your wish. So I'm trying to write code here, print. So result is now you can say result is C. Result is C. So now you can say result is C. This is code is perfect. This code is perfect. Result is C only. But now you can see if I do mistake like this, I'm not giving any double quotes here and I'm not giving double quotes here. One double quotes I give, one double quotes I miss wantedly. But at this moment, I cannot find out whether I did mistake or not. So you can save this. Compulsory saving is required. Without saving, it will not allow you to run. Even if without saving, if I run this module, then you can see source must be saved. Okay, to save it will ask. So I'm not saving. Let's save this file. Now you can see save this. And where it want to save, you can decide it. Desktop. My file name is, I'm just giving test.py and save it. But now you can see when we try to run, you will come to know the error here. What is the error? Unterminated string letter detected at line number 4. So look at here, this is error or not? Yes. So at the time of writing, the error was not showing. And after that execution only, you will come to know that what error you did mistake here. So after that, you can save it again, save it, and then run it. Now this is error free. So invalid syntax again it is saying. Now you can see invalid syntax. Why? Because colon should be inside the double quotes only. You are making outside the double quote. That is the problem. So you can see what is the problem I'm facing while writing code. Any syntax error, it will not allow me to run properly. So result is 30. It's working fine now. So what I mean to say ultimately, when we choose Python ideally, okay, script mode or ideally mode or notepad option, there is no help from that area. As a programmer, you should take care of everything. Whether you did correct syntax or wrong syntax, keywords are using properly or not, function name or spelling properly or not, you have to take care of that. But at beginner level, it will be somewhat typical to handle this. Okay. So, but I'm showing that all the options are there. What options you want, you can go through it. So 3 options I explained: user interactive window, script mode, and Python ideally. So any option you can choose it, no problem. But I strongly recommend one time you just give a practice for this, and after that ignore them, all of them. So because in our session, I'm not going to write any code in Python ideally, script mode or interactive mode, no way at all. But always I would like to use PyCharm editor or my second option, Visual Studio Code. So now we have to making setup of PyCharm editor. Strictly remember, when we download Python software and install, you will not able to find this editor, PyCharm editor. This PyCharm editor separately how to download and install. Whenever you download and install Python software, by default, you will get one default editor that is called Integrated Development Learning Environment. Do you want to continue with this? You can go with no problem at all. But I recommend this one, PyCharm editor. How to make setup of PyCharm software? Simple. To make setup of PyCharm, right now in my computer, there is no PyCharm editor there because just now I have uninstalled. Okay, you have seen already. So why? Because I have to show the steps clearly, how to download and install Python software also, PyCharm editor also, because from now onwards, we should focus completely on PyCharm editor. Simple. Go to Google, type in the Google search engine, download PyCharm, not Python. Download PyCharm. PyCharm is completely designed and developed by JetBrains community. You can see www.jetbrains.com. This is the official website for PyCharm downloading. So you can hit this link, first link, jetbrains.com. And there are 2 options are there in front of you. Look at here. One is professional editor and another one is community editor. Okay. So which one we should select, sir? In the initial stage, right now, at this moment, I strongly recommend to go for community editor for pure Python development. So click on download and notice this here, free, built on open source. It's completely free for all. And if you want to get this community editor, no need to pay to anyone, no need to take any license from anyone. So it's completely free. But when it comes to, you can see left-hand side, professional editor is there. For both scientific and web application development with Python, using HTML, JavaScript, SQL support. You can download this also. But notice this, what is this? Free 30-day trial available. So this is 30 days trial version only available. But at this moment, I'm not going to concentrate on this professional editor, because whenever I start with Django, Flask, REST API, and other things, HTML, CSS, JavaScript lectures, all things, the web application development process, I will assist you how to download professional editor, how to extend that 30 days trial version. Everything I'll discuss in detail at that moment. But right now we are focusing on core and advanced Python programming language. For that, it's completely enough community for pure Python development. So I can click on this download and you will be able to get PyCharm community.exe file. So once download finish, you will be able to get what actually PyCharm community.exe file you will get. So how to install it? Installation is very pretty simple and straightforward, sir. There is no complex installation. Okay. And making Python setup is straightforward. Maximum it will take less than 5 minutes only. No need to spend a lot of time for making Python setup installation. Okay. Just wait 1 minute so that our PyCharm community.exe is ready. You have to install it completely. Almost done. 15 seconds left. Now PyCharm community.exe successfully downloaded. It's ready to be installed. You just go to download folder in your computer. Here you can try to install. Just wait a few more seconds. Yes, it's ready, sir. Close this all tabs. Go to downloads folder. You'll be able to see this PyCharm community 2022.2.1. This is the latest version. Double click on it. So observe all of you how to download it in your computers also. You please be ready with this software. Okay, because our sessions or lectures completely goes through this PyCharm community editor only. But before this, make sure that you must and should download and install Python software. And those who are new to this session, please watch my second video, end of the session. There I have clearly explained how to download Python software and install. That was also very simple and straightforward. Hit the run button. Now say yes. So it's ready to install, sir. So look at here, all of you. This is the PyCharm Community Edition setup wizard, and you can click on next, and also you can click on next, and it will ask you to create icons, desktop shortcut, or if you want to add path environment variable, then you can able to update environment variable, add folder .py extensions. You can do it. All you can activate it, no problem at all. After activation, you can click on next and ready to install. That's all. Wait for 1 minute. Your PyCharm community editor is done. Now we can observe the differences. What is the difference when we write code in PyCharm community editor? And already we have written code in interactive window, script mode, using Python ideally software also. These three options I have shown already. But in these three options, I have not get any intelligence, means any suggestions not coming at the time of writing the code from those editors. But now I'm going to write code in PyCharm editor. You will see this automatically some suggestions box, suggestion options are going to come. That is called intelligence. So the maximum we can avoid mistakes while writing code in PyCharm editor or Visual Studio Code. Because clearly if you do any mistakes in while writing code only, that editor will give you warnings to you. So I have to alert it while writing the code only. You need not to go for up to execution part also. There only you can do you can rectify your mistakes clearly. So still it is installing PyCharm Community Edition. Once installation is over, I will show you how to start PyCharm editor. What are the options we have to write Python script? I will show you clearly. First time when we open PyCharm editor, there you have to create separate project, sir. Project nothing but it's a collection of Python files. Once we create a project, in that project you can include any number of files. So from now onwards, once I create a project with proper name, daily I'm going to use that project only. I'm going to open that project only. Topic to topic explanation, I'll create so many number of Python files and I'll write the program and I'll explain that lively. I request you please do installation of PyCharm editor today itself so that you can also practice same thing once I start coding part. Wait for few seconds. It's almost installation is done. Those who are new to this session, please watch my 2 recorded videos which they have uploaded in our YouTube channel. Already I have posted the link in chat box. You can check that link. And you can see after completing PyCharm Community Edition setup, it will ask you reboot now and all else. If you want to reboot manually later, you can do it. I'll do manually later. Click on finish. Once I finish this, now your PyCharm Community Editor is ready to create a project. So go to search and simply type PyCharm. So that there are so many icons are available. Don't look at that all icons because I have in my computer PyCharm professional editors also there because I used to teach many Django batches, REST API, Flask and all. For them I have installed. But right now our focus is completely PyCharm Community Edition. You can click on this link. Once we click on this, look at here. This is the editor tool what we are going to continuously use in our upcoming sessions for all the subjects: PyCharm, Python, Django, Flask, REST API, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, MySQL. Everything I'm going to use this editor only. For the first time when you open this, you will be able to see this welcome to PyCharm. And now you can see to create a new project. I strongly recommend to create this icon. First icon, you can hit this. Or else if you have already existing project with you in your computer, if you want to open it, you can open it. Or else if you want to get the project or code from version control system, VCS, you can also click on this version control system. But I don't want to open existing project. I don't want to open anything from version control system. I want to go for new project exclusively for this batch. So I'm going to click on new project, and immediately it will ask you to select the location of the project. I am selecting the location of the project by hitting the folder icon right hand side, and I'm going to select my location of the project is F drive only. I'm selecting in this F drive. Now I'm giving my project name Python full stack at 9 p.m. This is my project name from now onwards. You can see I'm giving project name is Python full stack at 9 p.m. And look at here, for every project, automatically one virtual environment will create. Virtual environment is an isolation environment. That means your project will run completely a separate environment. Later, whenever we do install any modules or any explicit libraries into your project, other project will not affect. That is called virtual environment clearly. So by default, virtual environment will create for this project. My project is located at F drive. After that, click on create simply. Once you hit the create button, now you can see loading Python full stack at 9 p.m. project and creating virtual environment for this project. Virtual environment is an isolation environment. That means your project will run particular separate environment. Whenever we do installation of any explicit libraries later for your project, other project will not get disturbed because your project completely run from other environment. So it is taking few seconds to making setup completely. Just wait. After that, I will show you how to change the theme of my PyCharm editor, how to increase the font size of editors. I will give you clear information. Because right now by default Darkula theme is there. This is black background color. If you want to continue with this, you can continue. But I will not continue this background theme because for clear visibility. So I'm going to make some changes background of theme. So this is the basic file environment is coming. For the first time when add a new project to this, so your project will have one main file that is called main.py file. It is a main file. In this main file already they have included some code. This code is like function related code. You cannot understand at this moment. Later in our upcoming session, once I start functions topic, so that you will understand clearly. And if you want to run this code, okay, so directly you can go to run menu. You want to run main.py. You can see run main is there. Hit this run main. So immediately in the bottom corner, so you will be get output here. This output window. Hi PyCharm is there because they have written clearly some code here already. This code is executing. But I don't want to focus at this moment. I don't want to focus at this moment this main.py. My focus is our own file I want to create. So to create your own file, you have to do some options. I will show you options. First, meanwhile, let's do immediately theme changes. I want to change my theme, sir. To change this theme, simply click on File menu of PyCharm editor. Click on Settings. Hit the Settings button, Settings link. And immediately you'll see you will be able to open one dialog box, settings dialog box. Here left hand side appearance is there and theme is there. You can see drop down list. By default theme is dark glow and theme is I'm changing what Windows 10 light only because it look like white background color. Coding visibility is very simple for all the audience. Now I want to increase the font size. Okay, so first let me change the theme. How look and feel is up here. You can see this is white color background color clearly. But still my font size is not affected because I have to increase the font size for clear visibility to all my students. To increase the font size in PyCharm editor, simply file menu again in PyCharm editor, click on settings. In the left hand side, you can see this editor option is there. You can click on editor and you will be able to see this font option is there. You can click on font. After font, you will be able to get the size I'm changing like 20 size I'm including according to me. And JetBrains Mono is the font option. You want to style any font option, you can give this style option. That style only you'll be able to write the code. But don't look at this different style. Okay, so that's not look good and you cannot able to manage the code properly. I strongly recommend JetBrains Mono font size is style. Then click on OK and automatically you can see this font size is incrementing like this. This is the default file main.py. Okay, so I'm adding one more file here. Right now my project is having only one file, that is by default main.py file. So how I can add a new file to this my project? To add a new file to this project, simply right click on Python full stack at 9 p.m. project, go to new, and two options are there, especially file selection option, file and Python file. This file option is only for text file. Text file means compulsory. After giving the name, you must and should specify .py extension. Otherwise, it will not allow. It will act as a text file only. It will not act as a Python file. But I want to prepare Python file. So you can go for Python file. If you select this option, no need to give any .py file extension because you are already selecting Python file only. Even if you want to write HTML script, you can write also, no problem. But in Django, I'll show you how to write HTML script, all those things. Right now, I'm selecting Python file. Once again, I'm showing to add a new file to this project, go to new Python file. Here we can take any file name. I'm giving my file name test, but .py extension is optional, not compulsory. Hit the enter button, automatically test.py is added. Now here I'm trying to type some codes are here, print, print, but note this point, as soon as some intelligence is coming. So automatically the programmer is expecting one thing, so immediately this PyCharm editor will find out and it will give you suggestion. Do you want to accept this print? Press enter, automatically you can accept that print option. Then you can type anything here. After typing, if you want to execute this test.py, go to run menu. You will be able to see this run main is there. But I want to run what? Test file. To run the test file, you can see there is one more option is there, run option is there. You can hit this run. Immediately it will ask you which file you want to run. That file you can select it. Test file I want to run. I have written in my code test.py hello. Hello is coming clear. Or else simple way, which file you want to execute on that particular tab, you can right click on it and run test. To execute main file, you can select it, right click on it and run main. So this is very simple option. So there are several ways to execute your program. Or else you can see left hand side also, right hand side also, there is a drop down list is there. Which file you want to run? Click on test and hit this green color arrow mark. Automatically you will be able to get this output here. This is the better option. Test, right click and run test. You will be able to get hello here. If you do any mistakes also, now you can see if I do mistake while writing code, wantedly I'm not closing the bracket properly. Here only in the red squiggly is there. In this red squiggly, it is showing clearly there is some mistake. So you can easily identify your mistakes while writing code in PyCharm editor. This is the flexibility, the way of writing code in PyCharm editor here. But this type of facilities are not there in other editors. Visual Studio, it's there. This type of facilities are there in Visual Studio also. Even if you run forcefully also, it will give error. Error, how it will look like? Syntax error. Bracket was never closed. You have to rectify this issue. No need to go for run. Here only you will come to know something went wrong. Here it is saying. You can see test.py showing underlined red colors quickly. That means there is an error. So you can rectify this error. You can write it clearly here. And even if you want to declare any variable, you can declare the variable a equals to 10. If you want to print a, you can see print function is coming. A is automatically available in IntelliSense because already in this program a was declared. So the declared things also it's available immediately. So there is no naming confusions and naming conflict with a different name through. There is no way to work. So clearly it is saying PyCharm editor, complete suggestions to you. A value 10, print a, print type of a, integer type it is. This is what PyCharm editor. And I request you also please continue with PyCharm editor or Visual Studio Code, or else any option you have, you can go through your own option, interactive window, script window, ideally PyCharm editor, Jupyter, Spider, Atom, NetBeans, Eclipse, Notepad, anything you can go through, no problem with that. But in our lecture, completely PyCharm editor only I'm going to use. So that's what I'm suggesting you to include PyCharm editor in your computers. That's better. So this is about today's session, completely how the way you have to write Python code and what are the different style of coding writing. Clearly I explained. I hope you understand that. And this is my third lecture of Python full stack development. As I said that for my 2 lectures, so I am copying this YouTube playlist link here in chat box. Once again, you can collect it, or else you can feel free to visit Durgasoft official YouTube channel. Okay, you can go through, just Google it and click on YouTube. There also you can find my playlist. Simply you can visit YouTube. Same link you can able to find over there also. Those who are especially new to this session, I strongly recommend to watch my first lecture 2 videos. I was not discuss anything coding part in that videos. Just I discuss only basic things only, theoretical part. So you can go to Durgasoft, hit this link, and you can see this is Durgasoft official YouTube channel. And there you can able to hit this playlist option. Once you hit the playlist option, my previous lecture Python full stack tutorials at 9 p.m. Last 2 sessions what I conducted last week Thursday, Friday. So this is the 3rd session. That this session also they will upload in tomorrow might be. So you can watch these two video lectures, and this is the third video lecture. You can continue that. Anyway, these two videos and this third lecture and upcoming lectures daily wise, you will be able to get my videos lectures on your Google Drive once your enrollment process is complete. So once your enrollment process is complete, automatically I will get your mail IDs from DurgaSoft. Once I receive mail IDs, from there onwards, I can share complete videos up to now what I discussed. And also core Python PDF, I will upload completely to your mails. Even advanced Python PDF, Django, REST API, like everything is there, clear documentation, no confuse at all. So that's all from my side today. If you have any question, feel free to ask me now, especially those who are new to this session, because already those who are attending from last two sessions, you have asked many questions. I have clarified your things. I hope you understand that. Now it's your turn. You can feel free to ask me anything regarding our lectures, regarding our full stack, regarding our Python. So what you are expecting from me, so you can do it. I'll wait for here few minutes. Tomorrow also you can join on the same link only. If you wish to continue the sessions, please try to enroll for this course. Yeah. Obviously, it's good. Python is suitable obviously for you, no problem at all. Because in your testing also, Python test cases are required, no? Selenium with Python, they are asking nowadays. I hope you are aware of that. Or you want to move to software programmer, then it is a best language nowadays. And for more information, you can watch my previous lectures, what I was explained there. So who should learn Python, even if they don't have any knowledge about C, C++ basics, they can happily learn Python, I said. No problem. Yes. No idea about programming also, we will uh, teach you from the scratch, slowly how to learn it. As per your requirement, if you want to go for full stack, you can, or else you can go for just only Python also, you can do it, no problem. This full stack means these many subjects I'm going to teach in the 4 months duration. If you are looking for Python means only 45 days to 2 months session, I'll conduct core and advanced. Yes. Any question from anyone? Right. Mr. Bajaj, what is question? Sir, I can pay remaining 7,000 on start of Django. I have some. No problem. It's okay. Even not required to pay complete things to now itself only, no? First focus on Python, you can pay that. After that, when I start Django, then they'll ask again. You can do it, no problem. This is up to you. Yeah. Any questions again? I'll wait for 2 more minutes here. Yes, it's almost done. And for new students, I'm saying, please watch my 2 lectures, what I was discussed in the 2 videos. This is the third lecture. In this session only, I started coding part. In the last 2 lecture, I just given some complete information, theoretical description. What is Python? What are the features? What is the version? All things we discussed, so that you will get clarity once you watch my previous 2 lectures, so that you can happily continue that. No issues. Okay. So have a nice time. See you tomorrow on same link at same time.